So, okay, today we are talking about a very important aspect which can give us a little bit of wisdom to speak in English confidently. So the topic name is, what is the topic?
Regular and irregular verbs.
No. First, look at the screen. What is the topic?
Verbs.
Right. So what exactly mean by verbs?
Verb is the action describing the
Describing
action.
nouns.
So a word which is talking about an action, right?
Right, sir.
Or action word simply we can say is known as a verb. Correct? So a word which is talking about an action, or simply we can say an action word, is known as verb, right? So what are the types of verbs are there? What are the types of verbs are there? Alok ji.
Don't know. Regular verbs, irregular verbs. Alok
So,
says
present, past, and participle verbs, or either be form verbs or
You are
as
giving
a
miscellaneous words. So I'm not asking about that. I'm asking a simple thing. How many types of verbs are there?
so three types of verb: present, past, and present participle.
Okay,
these are tense.
exactly. So answer is there with you only. How many
Be
types of
forms.
verbs are there?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How many types of verbs are there?
Two types.
Right. So now what are the two types?
You first write, I will tell you.
Right, I'll tell you the first type. So
Okay.
Main verb, helping verb. Okay.
great.
Auxiliary verbs.
Yes.
Okay.
Help.
So main verbs and helping verbs. Right. So what is the another name for main verbs?
Auxiliary verb.
Members are
Main verb.
Ah,
Main.
of the action, and helping verbs are adverb. No, adverb is not.
so helping verbs are also known as
Auxiliary
auxiliary
verb
verbs.
or
How about the main verbs? What is the other name for main verbs?
main verbs is lexical verbs.
Lexical verbs. So main verbs are also known as lexical verbs. Helping verbs are also known as auxiliary verbs. Right?
Yes.
Right. So now, is there any further division under the main verbs?
So three type of verb, main verbs.
Okay, what are they?
So present, simple verb, present, and second form of verb,
So
past verb,
you're
and
talking
third
about
is
V1.
yes, V1, V2, and V3.
Sure.
Sure, sir.
But I know V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, and V6 also there.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you are right, sir. But I forgot the.
It's wrong. So my question is simple. Is there any further divisions under main verbs? So I'm talking about this.
No answer.
Himanshu?
Not remember, sir.
Right. So main verbs are also divided into two types. Right. What are the two types?
Regular and irregular verbs.
Great. So main verbs are also divided into two types, regular verbs and irregular verbs. So now the question is, what is meant by regular verb and what is meant by irregular verb?
A regular verb means generally it's change with the ed or d.
Good, good, good. Very good. So by adding ed or d to the v1,
Yes.
right? So what is meant by v1?
Present. Simple
Base verb or
base verb.
principal verb,
Principal verb. Okay.
right? So by adding d or ed to the base verb or principal verb, if we are able to produce v2 or v3,
D.
if you are able to add d or ed to the main verb, or simply we can say base verb or principal verb, if you are able to make a v2 or v3, that verb is known as regular verb,
Regular verb.
right?
Right, sir.
So example, so what are the examples over there? Walk,
Walked.
walked, 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 right?
Right, sir.
Next, jump,
Jumped. Jumped.
jumped, jumped, jump, jump, jumped, right?
Right, sir.
Kill,
Killed. Killed.
killed, killed, kill, killed, killed, right? So if you observe all these three examples, so the base verb and the v1 and v3, sorry, v1, v2, v3, there is a simple difference, that is nothing but ed or d, right? So we just added ed form or d form to the principal verb to make v2 and v3 form, correct? So these kind of verbs simply known as regular verbs. Okay, so now how about irregular verbs? What is meant by irregular verbs?
Means
Though we add ed or d to the v1, v1 is nothing but base form or principal verb, right? So base form or principal verb. Though we add right? Though we add D or ED to the base verb or principal verb, if you are not able to produce, if you are not able to produce what? V2 or V3, right? So what is regular verb? If you add D or ED to the base verb or principal verb, nothing but V1, if you are able to produce V2 and V3 forms, that is nothing but regular verbs. Irregular verb is nothing but, though we add D or ED to the principal verb or the main verb, I mean the base verb, if you are not able to generate or if you are not able to produce V2 and V3 forms, those verbs known as irregular verbs. Simply we can say three different verb forms. Three different verb forms. So whatever the verbs which has three different verb forms known as irregular verbs. Example. Catch. Catch. Caught.
Caught.
Caught. So here no D and ED form. Correct?
Correct, sir.
Next. So what is the next form?
Cut, cut, cut.
Very good. Cut, cut, cut. Okay. So
Right.
how about the next word? Swim. So what are the two forms?
Same.
Swarm,
Same.
swarm. Swim,
Swam.
swarm,
No.
swarm.
Swim.
Swim,
Swim,
same.
Swam.
Okay, okay, okay. Swim. Okay,
Swim,
okay.
swam,
Swim,
swam.
swarm, swarm.
Swim, swam, swam.
Right.
Catch, caught, caught, cut, 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 swim, swam, swam. Right? If we observe the difference between the regular verbs and irregular verbs, you will be able to understand what is the actual difference between those verbs. Right? So observe the examples. So
Yes.
here just observe the examples. If you observe here, we just added ED to the main verb. So rest is same. Right? The similar way here also. Right? Even in the third example also. So, right? So by adding D or ED to the base verb, if you are able to produce V2 or V3 forms, nothing but regular verb. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now irregular verbs. Though we add ED or D to the base verb or principal verb, if we are not able to produce V2 or V3, those kind of verbs known as irregular verbs. Example, catch, caught, caught, cut, 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 swim, swam, swam. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So this is the simple difference between regular verbs and irregular verbs. Okay. So now, here I said V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. Right? So generally for spoken English, we just need V1, V2, V3. These are types of verbs, but V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, and V6. These are forms of verbs. Types of verbs, forms of verbs. Don't get confused with types of verbs and forms of verbs. So the regular and irregular types of verbs, but V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6, and these are all forms of verbs. Okay. So if you want to a good speaker in any language, you're supposed to know V1, V2, V3. V1, V2, V3 is nothing but present, past participle.
Future.
Now future, past participle. Right? So V4 means present participle, V5 means infinitive form, and V6 means yes or es form to the base verb. So that will be in the third person singular only, right? So we don't need V4, V5, V6, right? A few cases only we use all these V4, V5, V6 conditions, but you're supposed to keep in mind V1, V2, V3 forms. These are the very essential aspects for spoken English, not only the spoken English, for any language, right? So that is about the forms of verbs, but when it comes to the types of verbs, you're supposed to have good command over regular and irregular verbs. You don't need to know what is meant by regular verbs, and you don't need to know what is meant by irregular verbs, but you should know how to identify V1, V2, V3 forms by using regular and irregular verbs, right? Most of the learners of any language, they don't face any problem with regular verbs because it is very easy for them to understand. Just take the examples of English language. Walk, walked, walked. Jump, jump, jumped. Kill, killed, killed. Is there any difficulty?
No, sir.
No difficulty.
No,
We
sir.
can remember them easily. But when it comes to irregular verbs, there we're supposed to put a little bit more effort to learn the list of irregular verbs, right? So here we're supposed to know the complete form of irregular verbs. Without knowing the irregular verbs, most of the time we may fumble to speak English, right? For example, if we don't know what is the V2 and V3 form for catch, automatically we will say catch, catched, like that, right? Or
That's
while conducting these kind of sessions, most of the times I came across this kind of problem with the students. Like, they used to say, I cutted. So cut, cut, cut. This is crystal clear. But what they used to say is cut, cutted, cutted. Put, putted, putted. Right? So it's put, put, put. No question of putted. Right? So we're supposed to know the actual, the forms of irregular verbs. Right? So far, is it clear for you all?
yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. So let's practice a little bit about irregular verbs and their forms. Right. So if you observe on the screen, there is a verb blow. Right. I have given present form, past form, and past participle form. So V1, V2, V3 forms. You just look at the picture and try to understand how the meaning has been changing, how the form of the verb has been changing with irregular verbs, right? So these are the common irregular verbs, and we need to understand that how the form is changing. Here the verb is not changing, but the form is changing. Blow, blew, blown. Blow, blew, blown.
Yeah.
Right? So the next word. So what is the verb here? What is the base verb? Principal verb?
Break.
Break. So how about the past?
Break. Broke. Broken.
Very good. Break, broke, broken.
Broke. Broken.
Not broken, broken. Break,
Broken.
broke, broken. Right?
Right, sir.
Next. So we just discussed this. Catch, caught, caught.
Caught. Caught.
Great. So next.
Choose. Chosen. Chosen.
Alok ji.
Choose.
Choose, chosen, chose.
Right. You just reverse it. Choose, chose, chosen.
Okay.
Choose, chose,
English
chosen.
is very confusing language. Seriously.
It's a funny language. Right. So there is an old saying, before knowing anything, it's like a Hanuman like game. Right? If you know that, if you know that task, if you're good at the task, it's no more like Hanuman task, it's like a small monkey task.
Right.
I mean, this is a
I-
old saying in Andhra, but I don't know other places. So this was the famous old saying in Andhra Pradesh.
Okay.
Right. So come. How about the
Come,
V?
came, come,
Come, came.
came, come.
Came.
Yes.
Come.
Come, came, come.
Uh,
Right?
come, came, come. Who knows
Do,
past
did, done.
participle he is talking about or present?
Not in all cases.
Do,
Right.
did,
That's
done.
why it's confusing.
Do, did, done.
Done.
Yes. Right.
Draw,
Draw,
drawn, drawn.
Right. Draw, drew, drawn.
Drew, drawn.
Yes. Draw, drew, drawn.
drink, drink, drinken.
Uh-huh.
Drink, drunk,
Drink,
drunken.
drank.
Exactly.
Drink, drunk, drunken.
Drank, drunk. Drink, drank, drunk.
No.
Dream,
Dreamed, dreamt.
dreamt.
Dream,
Uh,
dreamed, or dreamt, dreamt. So if you
now you
pronounce
are giving
the first
two
one,
options.
dream, dreamt, dreamt, or dream, dreamed, dreamed. Right? So dreamed, dreamed, dreamed. This is inflected form. Mostly they don't use in the spoken English. We use dream, dreamt, dreamt. Dream, dreamt, dreamt. Right.
Oh,
Drive.
drove,
Yes.
driven.
Drive, drove, driven. Drive, drove, driven.
Hmm.
Great.
Eat, ate, eaten.
Very good. Eat, ate, eaten.
Eating.
Yes. I think this is the word you asked.
Fall,
Fall,
fail,
fell,
fallen.
fallen.
Fall.
Fell,
Fall.
fallen.
Yes.
Fallen.
Fall,
Fail.
fell, fallen.
Hmm.
Yes.
Forgive.
Forgive.
Forgiven.
Uh-huh.
Forgiven.
Forgive,
Forgive, forgive, forgiven.
forgive, forgive, forgiven. Very good. So forgive, forgive, forgiven. Great.
Get, got, gotten.
Very good. Get, got, gotten.
Oh, go and gone.
Go, went, gone.
Grow, grew, grown.
Grow, grew, grown.
Very good. Grow, grew, grown.
Hmm.
Next.
No, none.
New, none.
Very good. No, new, no.
New, none.
Yes.
Lay, laid, laid.
Lay,
Laid.
Laid.
lane. Laid, laid, lane. Right?
Yes.
So here, third form, lane also correct. L-A-I-N. Lane, lane,
Hmm.
lane. Right? Good.
Right.
Next. Lie,
Lie. Lie.
that's it. Lie,
Lie,
lane,
lay,
lie.
lane.
Right?
Laid is also correct. Huh?
No. It is different.
Somewhere I have seen that laid is also written Laid.
L-A-Y.
No, Laid. I have to check it.
This is different. That is different. Here, lay means put or keep. Here, lying down. Okay?
Sir, sir,
Yeah.
sir. As you have told recently, it that is different and that is different. So it I can say that that is different and it is different.
See,
It is right or wrong?
here, lay means
Yes.
put. Okay,
Means
put.
put.
So
Okay.
the hen lays the egg,
Hmm.
right? But here, lay means lying down.
No, no, sir. I am not asking that thing. I was asking that you just spoke
This is
that
from that.
that that when you spoke and told us about difference between two slides.
Yes.
Please pardon, Himanshu. Please.
Sir, Pramod sir is saying you are raising your hand. Actually,
Ah.
there is a button in raise your hand. You are saying na this.
Right. So next word.
I want to show my presence. I am also present.
Right.
Yes,
What are the three?
ride road. Sir, ride road ridden.
Ridden. Ride, road, ridden.
Yes.
Next.
Sir, run.
Run, ran.
Run,
Rain. Okay. Correct.
run, ran,
Rain.
run.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Next.
See, saw, seen.
Great. See, saw, seen.
Hmm.
Sing, sung, song.
Sing,
Sing, sang, sung.
sung. Sing, sang, sung. Next.
Sit, sat, sitten.
Sit, sat, sat.
No.
Sit, sat.
Right.
Speak, spoke, spoken.
Very good. Speak, spoke, spoken. Next. So this is what we discussed already.
Yes, sir. Swim,
Swam,
swam,
And some.
take,
took,
took,
taken.
take, took,
Took, taken.
check in. Sir, taken or taken?
taken. Tay, not tay, tay, taken.
Taken.
Yes.
Taken.
Yes.
Throw, through, thrown.
Through,
Thrown.
through, throw,
Thrown.
Threw. Thrown.
throw,
Thrown. THROWN.
through, not through, throw, through, thrown.
Yes.
Yes.
Write, wrote, written.
Right, wrote, written. Right. So if you
Sir, sir, please. Sir, one verb I have with me. I was very confused
okay,
and still I am confused. How to pronounce